Hello friends, welcome to Maths Nerd.
Today, we will learn about compound interest and solve some problems without using its formula. Before learning compound interest, we need to know what is simple interest. So simple interest or any type of interest is the extra money paid along with the original amount by the borrower to a lender to clear a loan. So let us suppose that I take rupees 100 from a bank, and so to clear off the loan I need to give rupees 100 along with some additional amount which is which depends on the original amount, the rate, and the time period of the loan. The rate is fixed by both the borrower and the lender. So now let's see what is compound interest. Simple interest is PRT upon 100, but in compound interest, we need to change the principal every year. That is, if the interest for the first year is rupees 10, then we need to add rupees 10 to the original principal to get this principal for the second year, and then calculate the interest for the second year, add it to the principal of the second year, get the third year, and so on. So find the compound interest on 100 rupees at 10% per annum in 2 years. So our P1, because principal is bound to change, so we are using subscripts here, is 100 rupees. Rate is equal to 10%, T is equal to 1. Even though here it is given 2 years, but since we are calculating each year individually, we need to take T is equal to 1 year only. So interest 1 is equal to PRT upon 100 for that year, because compound interest and simple interest for 1 year is same. So 100 into 10 into 1 upon 100, so that's rupees 10. So now we will not directly take P2 is equal to rupees 100, but we'll add A1, that is amount at the end of first year, is equal to P1 plus I1 is equal to 100 plus 10 is equal to 110 rupees, which becomes our principal for the second year. So P2 is equal to 110, rate is equal to 10%, T is equal to 1. Again the same process, I2 is equal to rupees 110 into 10 into 1 upon 100 is equal to rupees 11. So our amount at the end of second year A2 is equal to P2 plus I2, which gives us 110 plus 11 rupees, that is 121 rupees. So this is our final amount and not the final compound interest. So compound interest is basically the extra money, any type of interest. So what is the extra money you have paid? if we are if you are borrowing 100 and giving 121, simply it's the difference. So compound interest is equal to A2 minus P1, that's 121 rupees minus 100 rupees, so it's rupees 21. To find compound interest, you need to always take the amount of the last year, so that if there were in the total time period was n years, then an minus p1 is equal to the compound interest, that is amount of last year minus principal of first year. Now let's see a problem involving 3 years. Find the compound interest on 25,000 rupees at 4% per annum in 3 years. So for the first year, principal is 25,000, rate is 4, T time period is 1. So interest 1 is equal to rupees 25,000 into 4 into 1 upon 100 is equal to 1000. These two zeros cancel these two, 250 into 4,000. So A1 is equal to P1 plus I1, first principal plus first interest is equal to amount at the end of first year. 25,000 plus 1000 is 26,000 rupees. So that becomes our principal for the second year. P2 is equal to 26,000, rate is equal to 4%, time is equal to 1 year. So again, I2 is equal to rupees 26,000 into 4 into 1 upon 100. So these two zeros cancel these two. 260 into 4 is 1040. So 1040 is the interest for the second year. Amount for the second year will be P2 plus I2, that's 26,000 plus 1040, so 27,040 is our principal for the third year. So P3 is equal to 27,040, rate is equal to 4%, time period is equal to 1. Again I3 is equal to rupees 27,040 into 4 into 1. This 0 will cancel this. 2704 into 4 is 10816. Since this 10 is in the denominator, we'll take rupees 1081.60. So our amount at the end of 3 years will be P3 plus I3, that's 27,040 plus 1081.60. So that's 28,121.6 or 28,121 rupees and 60 paisa. Whatever. So the compound interest at the end of 3 years will be A3 minus P1 is equal to 28,121.6 minus 25,000, so 3,121 and 60 paisa. Now let's see, find the compound interest on 1500 rupees in 2 years. That's easy, unless you see here, then the successive rates of interest are 8% and 10%. So what does this mean? It means that for the first year, rate will be 8%, and if you go to the second year, your rate will increase to 10%. So let's see how we'll do this. P1 will be 1500. R1 is equal to 8%. We have taken subscript here because rate is bound to change in the next year. T is equal to 1. So I1 is equal to 1500 into 8 into 1 PRT upon 100. So that's 15 into 8, 120. So A1 is equal to P1 plus I1, 1500 plus 120. That gives 1620. That's our principal for the second year. So P2 is equal to 1620. R2 is 10% from here, and T is equal to 1. So we again, I2 is equal to PRT upon 100. So 1620 into 10 into 1 upon 100. These two zeros cancel each other. So we get 162 rupees. So amount at the end of second year is A2 is equal to P2 plus I2. That's 1620 plus 162. So that's 1782. This is the amount, final amount. You borrowed 1500, you return 1782. So what's the extra money you give? So that is A2 minus P1 amount at the end of final year minus original principal is equal to 1782 minus 1500 is equal to 282 rupees. So this is our compound interest.
Feel free to ask your doubts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos.